What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, and today bringing you a video that you probably didn't see coming today, and that is a Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 video because, well, with the hype surrounding Naruto Storm connections and my own excitement for the game right now, I kind of got randomly the itch to play some Storms, so that's exactly what we're going to do here today. I'm thinking I want to run, you know what I'm saying, so actually give me the older Sada. I like her a lot, and give me Mitsuki. But yeah, I'm here playing some Storm 4 matches. I actually streamed it last night on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LotusAsakura. Link is always in the description down below. But we played for a few hours. I played with chat. We were running an endless lobby and whatnot. And he's also running. What are the odds? What are the chances? Okay, Boruto mirror match incoming. The new Team 7 type beat. You feel me? But yeah, you know, I've been really enjoying the Boruto manga. That new Twin Blue Vortex stuff is pretty gas. I'm not gonna lie. And okay, I'm just trying to feel things out for the moment. I'm trying to see. He's got a 2-bar connection. I can feel a little bit of input delay, but that gives me a chance to actually talk about some things that I want to talk about. Because after playing last night on stream, you know, I remembered some of the things that I absolutely love about Storm games, and then some of the things that I don't really care for as much with Storm games. And one of the things that I don't care for as much, I guess, is the fact that the online has never been spectacular, and that's one thing that I'm not really expecting to improve a whole lot. Honestly, going into the release of Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections, or Naruto Boruto, whatever the game is called. It's a mouthful. It's a really long title, but y'all know the game. I'm looking forward to that game a lot. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to creating content on it. And I will be doing a full playthrough of the story mode on my stream, I'm sure. Whether or not that'll come to the YouTube channel, I'm not entirely certain. Also, why am I talking so fast, man? I've been getting more comments lately, people telling me that I talk too fast. But you know, for those of you who've been around on the channel for a while, you know I've talked about this in the past. It used to be a really bad habit of mine to talk very fast. And it's something that I felt like I outgrew, because it's something I used to do a lot as a child. Whenever I get really excited, I would talk at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And then when I started doing YouTube, that habit kind of came back. And it's something that, like, I kind of want to work on, but most people who watch me have just gotten used to it, which just has enabled me to continue with that. But yeah, when I'm in a good mood, when I'm excited about what it is I'm talking about, I you know, the speed at which I'm talking definitely speeds up. And we actually putting in some work here right now. This guy had hundreds of matches played and whatnot, so I wasn't sure, you know, just how experienced he'd be. Oh, he's using Awakenings. And Awakenings are one of those things that I actually don't love about Storm games. I don't want this to be too negative of a video, because I'm here talking about how exciting I am. So before we dive into that, let's talk about some of the stuff that I do love about these games. For one, I've always been of the belief that the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games are by far the best arena fighters ever made. I don't think that any other arena fighter comes close to the Storm games. Well, I should say comes close, because there are a couple that come close, I would say, like Xenoverse or Demon Slayer, which Demon Slayer is a game that I would love to see a sequel from, because, but again, like, the biggest problem with that game isn't even the gameplay, it's the online. And that's another one of those things, like I said, or I guess not another one of those things, but that's one of those things that, like I said, I don't really know if it's going to improve in Storm Connections, and I really hope that it does, but I'm not confident that it will. But yeah, just the fluidity of the gameplay and the combat is, like, it's second to none in terms of arena fighters. I really feel like it captures how I want a Naruto fight to feel. Also, my boy definitely kicked it up a notch in this second round. Hey, hold this. Not quite. Oh, why didn't I sub? I'm stupid. Okay, we didn't make that much progress there in the second round to try to build upon the first round lead that we had, but it is what it is. It's fine. Yeah, and then beyond the gameplay and just the fluidity of everything, like, the movement feels incredible, which I guess goes hand in hand with the gameplay. But the visuals, one thing y'all can't take away from the Storm games is that they look incredible. I wish I could pull off an ultimate jutsu just off the rip right now, but just like the jutsu, the ultimates and everything, just the animations are incredible for these games. And this game came out, what, in like 2016, I want to say? It's 2023. This game still holds up. This still looks better than a lot of the anime games we've gotten in much more recent times, i.e. Jump Force, which you could say that a lot of that comes down to, like, the art style. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's gorgeous. You could say that plays into, like, the art style, and, like, I feel you on that, because you'd be correct, and I would agree with you, because Jump Force's art style was just absolutely not it. But nevertheless, I mean, this game just looks better. You know, when the Storm games were coming out, we definitely, I feel like, took them for granted a tiny little bit. And I'm not getting my leader switches to come out when I want them to because of the input delay. Well, this Mitsuki's such a dope character, by the way. I really, really like him. I think he's like underused in the series of Boruto, and I hope that his role starts to increase in Twin Blue Vortex. So I feel like, damn, I didn't hit him in time. I really feel like he's a character with a lot of potential that I want to see a lot more from. Bro, I can't. The input delay is fucking me up really bad right now. Hold this for me. Ooh, let's hold up Team Ultimate. This is about to be beautiful, and this is gonna be the kill. This is gonna be the kill too. I don't think we get the true, yeah, we don't get the true like actual Team Ultimate that I think they probably have because of the different versions that I mix and match with them, but it's just so beautifully animated. Mitsuki doesn't have like one of the coolest ultimates. It probably would have been better if I used Boruto's or Sarada's. Plus the finish scenes are a nice little touch that I like as well from when you finish somebody off with these jutsu, but secret technique finish, we love to see that. We love to see that. But yeah, man, the games are a lot of fun. And the biggest complaint I would say that I have at this point in Storm's life is obviously the online. I was playing with my community last night on Twitch, like I said, on stream, and you know, transmitting errors and whatnot. And this guy's connection, we're in the same region, which same region just really means, I think it says like NA and SA, so like North and South America, which is a pretty broad region. Like that's a large area, right? But it's a 2-bar connection, and 2 bars, it kind of feels like you're playing with like 6 or 7 frames input delay in like Dragon Ball FighterZ if I were to try to make a comparison to it. So it's like you can kind of play through it like once you start to get the hang of it, but you're definitely noticing some delay. But you know what, while we're here, let's go ahead and switch up the team. Because why not? Because this is another thing that I love about these games, that you have a return to character select feature when you play in player matches. You can go back to character select in between matches. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a game launching with no rematch button. Looking at you, Jump Force. Imagine a game not having return to character select and online player battles. Looking at you, Dragon Ball FighterZ. So there's a lot of things that these games do right, but there's plenty that they do wrong. But nevertheless, I'm still looking forward to Storm Connections. I had to come back to Storm 4 not only to you know, kind of just refamiliarize myself with the system of Storm, because I've been seeing some gameplay and people look like they're already getting really advanced with that stuff. But also, you know, to remind myself and refresh my memory on the things that I like and the things that I don't like. And actually, you know what? Who do I actually want to play? I got some preset teams here, right? That these are like teams that I normally like to use. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead with the, you know what I'm saying, the lovely couple, waifu Hinata, and then the last Naruto, I think that is, and then the final Valley. Why not? And he swapped over to okay, not quite the same, but similar. We both picked the same Naruto. A surprising mirror match, considering the amount of characters on this roster, which again, another big plus of the Storm games, large rosters. Surprised that we're getting like very similar character picks going on here. But kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah, I wanted to refamiliarize myself with the things that I like and dislike about these games, because obviously they're not perfect, right? They're very far from it, in fact. But they are still a lot of fun. That being said, though, as it pertains to the online, as we do know, Storm Connections will not be launching with the custom matchmaking at the start. It's something that they're going to implement post-launch. Now, how long post-launch, we have no idea or information on that yet. But while I was streaming last night, a player called Armboy, who, if you're a Storm player, you might be familiar with that name, and you should be familiar with that name. He said something interesting that I hadn't really considered, and that's that they're probably reworking or like remaking how endless battles and stuff work from the ground up. And I didn't consider that before, but when I think about it, right, you guys know I went on that little mini rant when I talked before about Storm Connections in the most recent video that I made covering it, and I was like, it makes zero sense for the custom matchmaking not be in the game at launch, because this game already has it. Why would you not just copy and paste it and port it over? And the only possible explanation as to why they wouldn't just copy and paste it is because they're trying to improve it and make it better, so it's going to be different. And yeah, I think, you know, I don't want to get my expectations up and my hopes up for that to be the case, but that's the only explanation that I could think of. And if y'all can think of something different, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. But that's just what makes the most sense to me. Also, we got Poison. That's bad. Oh man, that's actually really plus. Ah, damn. I was able to interrupt that pretty quickly. It doesn't look like he knows the... No, he does. I was gonna say, it doesn't look like he knows the infinite, but he does. This was actually one of my most played characters back when I played Storm 4, was this version of Sasuke. Big Sasuke fan, obviously, and you know, he was one of the stronger ones. He wasn't the strongest one, but he was one of the stronger ones. He was one of the cooler ones to me, though. Anyway, that was not a very good first round from us, but it is what it is. Okay, did not mean to do that. The input delay is throwing me off a lot. The input delay is throwing me off a lot. I'm doing things a little bit too quickly for the game to keep up with this level of input delay. Interesting that he was able to get that out right there. Damn, those did not even reach him. Very upset about that. Dodge the fireball. Oh, okay, so that's the tech there, is when you block like the little air dash like that, you sidestep and they won't be able to. That was mad random and I ran right into it. That was a hellified read by him, I guess. Block these. Oh, charge. Oh, another good thing that's... Alright, bro. What we not gonna do. That's one of the things I actually don't like about this game either, is that you can get hit by something and hit sub a split second too late and you'll still take the damage and then waste a substitution. That's always been super, super lame to me. I feel like when you're in the act of... Well, actually, no, that doesn't really make... No, I guess that doesn't work either, because then you wouldn't be able to substitute out of combos, which... Anyway, I was gonna say that another thing that I actually don't like about these games is, you know, stopping to charge your chakra. I just feel like it takes away from the actual gameplay and makes it significantly slower and like less interesting and exciting and a lot more boring. Like just both players just stopping the flow of combat to charge chakra has always been like really, really lame to me, and something that I never ever liked about these games. And in connections, they've changed it to where well, he's extremely salty. Now that I think about it, just based on this dude's playing, he's extremely salty about getting beaten that last match, because he played like an absolute, you know, it's fine. He was playing like a real jerk in this match, but it's fine. He has to hold that first L regardless. Now the question is, does he rematch or does he run away with his one win? Because he did have a decent amount. I ain't gonna lie. Since this is how we act, you want to do guard break and ultimates and like stall and use guard break pills and stuff like that, be a coward. You know what I'm saying? He did have a handful of disconnects on his record that I could see, so I could tell he a rage quitter. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. But part of that could also just be chalked up to the fact that the game does have not the best online. So, you know, you could get genuine disconnects or transmission errors. Even just last night, I was playing with some people and, you know, someone's game crashed or whatever. But yeah, in connections, chakra regenerates automatically. Now I do feel like it'd be better. Classic. It would be better if like chakra just built up over time the way meter does in traditional fighting games, where you start out with none and then like the more damage you do, you're building it up, and that's how you use your supers and your jutsus. But I digress. There's a lot of improvements, it seems like, that are being made to the gameplay of connections. But I haven't kept up with every single little piece. I know Globku's been making videos covering that type of thing, and he's got a brand new video I think that covers like 50 different changes that the game has made that I do want to go ahead and take a look at. Yeah, as I'm playing through these games, there's a lot of things about it that I appreciate, and there's a lot of stuff that I remember that like kind of like grinded my gears back when I used to play. But at the very end of the day, like the game is fun. But there are just things that like stop the fun from being from reaching its full potential. The online definitely needs a lot of improvements, not just in terms of the connectivity, but even just like something like this. Like he left that session, right? He left after he got his one win. We were in my session. I shouldn't get kicked back all the way to the main online menu. I should just get kicked back to my session where somebody can come and join me, and I'm just still sitting in my room. You know what I'm saying? Just little things like that, just to streamline the process and like make it more efficient and just help you get back into the flow of the gameplay faster. And then speaking of the flow of the gameplay, like I said, stopping to charge your chakras has always been really, really lame. Note, that's not how fights in Naruto work. Niggas don't just stop to charge chakra mid-fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, my thoughts are all over the place. I actually have a lot of things that I want to talk about in this video, but I'll try to find a match first, and then we'll come back to talk about some more of that stuff, and hopefully I can remember more of what I wanted to talk about, because like I said, it's all over the place. But I'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and I didn't really come into this video with a particular plan on like the types of characters I wanted to play. I'm actually a big fan of like Kabuto in these games. Let's play some Kabuto. Let's play the Sage Mode Kabuto with Toby, because why not? It's one of the duos that I play from time to time in this game when I do jump back on it. Yeah, like I said, like I was saying, there's a lot to love and a lot to not love. Storm 4, again, far from perfect game, very flawed. And one of the flaws I think at this point in the game's lifespan is that, whether it's just because like it's old and people have, you know, spent a lot of time on doing things like this or what, but like the community that's left on this game isn't exactly the best. And I'm hoping with connections, obviously there's a big boom and tons more players, right, to kind of like weed out or at least overpower. Again, what are the odds of us getting like these similar characters? Like overshadow like some of the less fun people who exist in the community, because Storm 4 actually gets hacked and modded by people, and I feel like every time I stream the game at this point, every time I stream Storm 4, hackers and modders eventually show up into the lobby and like do like some really like game breaking shit. and just kind of like spoil the fun for people. And hopefully with connections, that's either not possible at all or it's a lot less common. And like I said, with there being hopefully significantly more players on that, then okay. On connections in Storm 4, I can't believe I just ran into this. Hopefully with there being significantly more players, it's something that you'll experience a lot less often. But like I said, hopefully in connections, they just make us that can't happen in the first place. Anywho. I didn't get my chakra dash canceled because of the A. Substitute that. Get this little air combo going, okay, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, as you guys can tell from my gameplay, I'm very basic in this game. But you know, I'm so starved for a Naruto game, man. And I just think this is like by far a lot more fun, interesting, and just a better game than something like this, despite all of its flaws, right? I think it is still like leagues, infinite amounts of leagues better than, since we're doing ultimates. Since we doing ultimates, I think this is by far a better game than something like Shinobi Striker, which I can't pretend I didn't play and have some fun with, but I think it's a very, very bad game. And I don't think it's that fun of a game either. It was only fun because I was playing it with the homies and I was just desperate for a Naruto game. But at this point, like, my desperation doesn't go that deep. Although that being said, I could potentially be convinced by a certain couple of individuals to jump on there if that was the move, just because I'm down for the homies. And then also just obviously I didn't get the cancel I wanted, and I think all that poison missed, because doesn't Kabuto's neutral combo actually poison you when you get hit by that? Why didn't I substitute behind him? Whatever. Pull this one real quick. Thank you. Charge up our chakra. Go ahead, burn that sub for me. I was about to say, is that too slow? Was that too slow? Anyway, hold this ultimate. Organic reanimation. I love Naruto so much. Like I feel like I mention this all the time, so at this point it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. But I'm a huge Naruto fan, and I like Naruto way more than I like Dragon Ball. The reason why I'm predominantly a Dragon Ball creator is because, well, we don't have a Naruto game like Dragon Ball FighterZ that I could, you know, center my channel around. But if we did, I'd be in it. But that's why I'm so excited. Okay, it does poison you. I think it just missed last time. If we did have a Naruto game like DBFZ, I would dedicate myself to it, man, because I just love this series that much. Anyway, him awakening reminded me another one of the things that I wanted to personally touch on that I don't like that much about Naruto games. Awakenings are cool. I like the idea and the concept of them. The problem with me is that one of my least favorite things in all of Naruto is like the giant stuff, like kaiju battles and shit. I know for a lot of people, oh, that's super hype, and like I love kaiju stuff, Godzilla this and golems that, Biju, tailed beast monsters, Susanos. Like, the tailed beasts are really cool. I like the lore surrounding them and everything like that, and I like the Jinchuriki themselves and everything. Matter of fact, let's play one of my favorite Jinchuriki. I think Yugito Ni is a really cool character with a really cool tailed beast. The two-tailed beast is probably my favorite after Kurama. Obviously, the nine-tailed fox is way too cool. But after that, it's got to be what's the name? Is it Tabby? My favorite, I can't even remember the name off the top of my head, but it's also, I put myself on the spot with that. But the two-tailed beast, I want to say it's like Itabi or something like that, right? I want to say Tabi is in the name. I'm drawing a hard blank right now, but yeah, I don't like fighting as tailed beasts or as giant Susanoo or Hashirama's wood golem, and I don't like fighting against it either. For me, Naruto was way cooler and way more interesting and way more fun when it was more taijutsu based, more hand-to-hand combat, stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I can appreciate ninjutsu and genjutsu and everything like that. And the first time I saw Itachi use the Susanoo, when it was like his super secret, forbidden, ultra rare Uchiha technique final trump card, you know, when it was like a one-time thing, and I was like, oh my god, like, why does he have this? Like, this is ridiculous. It was cool, but when it became like more standard, you know what I'm saying, I appreciated it a lot less. And just same thing goes with like the Jinchuriki and stuff. Like, you know, I personally don't find it enjoyable to fight as or fight against like tailed beasts and things like that. So for me, that part of the awakenings is not cool, but like, you know, seeing like Guy or Lee unlock the 8 gates, or like somebody activate their Sharingan, or like Sasuke activating the curse mark and stuff like that, or even like Naruto when he goes through like the various tailed stages of using the nine-tailed fox chakra, like when he's the 1-tail, 2-tail, so on and so forth, all the way up to like what, 7 or 8, I think it is. Also Yugito's combos are so sick. I wish you could combo off that, by the way. I think connections would be able to combo off something like that, right? Hey, 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 hey. Avoid the Naruto. Hey. Roshi, cover me. Thank you. Hey. I didn't want to substitute in the air. Damn, that was mad quick. I love the heavenly hand power Chidori, by the way. That move is so sick. Dodge that. I probably should have punished that with my own ultimate. Hey, 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 hey. I could have killed there, actually. Oh, no. Oh, that was Sakura. I forgot that you can call assist even while you're getting hit. That's not something I'm used to happening in the fighting games that I currently play for the most part. Oh, the Shippuden? Ooh, I almost ran right into that. I accidentally aerial dashed at him. Hold these things. And we take the first round over Quantum Loots. But yeah, like, it's not that I dislike Awakenings or the Awakening system itself. I just don't like the giant Awakenings. That's just me personally. I might be in the minority with that, but that's just my own personal opinion on it. But I just don't like that stuff in Naruto in general. Why did I sub in the air? I didn't want to substitute in the air. Come here, boy. Oh, oh! I leader switch into Yagura and straight into Heavenly Hand Power. Roshi, cover me. Thank you. Let's go ahead and let that track you down for me. That's not gonna reach, is it? I knew it wasn't gonna reach. I'm so sad. Whoa! Almost got me. Is that his tilt? I think that's his tilt. Oh, where did Naruto come from? Hold this. Thank you. Another ultimate jutsu for you, boy. Look at the two tails. So that's the thing. Like, for me, you would only see stuff like this when it's an ultimate jutsu. Seeing it as an ultimate jutsu, fire. I don't want to play as it though, but that's, like I said, maybe I'm the minority with that. Because even like the giant boss battles, like in the story modes of these games, I've never been a big fan of. I just want to do the regular fights just because I enjoy just, like I said, like you're mostly just doing punches and kicks and stuff like that. I enjoy the taijutsu combat aspect a lot more in these games. And hold up, another one for your boy? Oh, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Two of them things? Yeah, you love it. You love to see it. Just gonna charge this with chakra real quick. Roshi, can you finish this for your boy? And he can. That's gonna be us taking things 2 rounds to none over Quantum Loops. But yeah, man, the Storm games are still a lot of fun. This is definitely something that when I come back to, I do enjoy my time. And you know, it's got its pros and its cons. It's good things and it's bad things. But it's very nostalgic for me as well, because like I grew up playing the Storm games, and Storm 4, I don't know if I'd necessarily say it was the best one, but it's definitely one of the more fun. Storm 4 might be my second favorite. I normally say Generations is my favorite Storm game, but Storm 4 is probably second for me, if I'm honest. Yeah, I think I would say that. But anyway, that's going to do it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all this content but I'm bringing you. With all that being said, that's pretty much all I'm saying. Remember, nothing can happen to you, swing the bat. Later.